What's going on today, guys? I'm your host, Weaver Beats from BassGorilla.com, and today I'll be giving you guys some tips on how to build a fan base. Let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to break this up into two main sections: how to get fans and how to maintain fans. You need to put your music in front of people. If your page is not in front of people, there's no chance of them hearing or seeing your music. So the first thing you need to do is you need to find a way to get in front of people. Another option is to put your personality in front of people by doing YouTube, Twitch, something like that. Hopefully you guys have a great, super awesome personality. And if you don't have a super great, awesome personality, it may be good just to focus on the music. If you don't think you can handle the things I'm telling you to do here coming up, then you may want to look into getting a manager at some point. You don't want to look into it too soon though, because there are a lot of predatory managers out there, and there are people that are just trying to make money off of your hard work. So you need to be careful. All right, so let's say you're putting out great music, but no one's hearing it, no one's finding it, nothing's happening. Well, the first thing you can do is you can try to find a blog. If you can find a blog or curator or someone to share your music, they have a large audience usually. So you're essentially just giving them your great music to put it in front of their audience. And if your music is great, it should all happen from there. People will hear it, they'll love it, they'll follow your page. If the music's not great, obviously it's not gonna work out as well. But ideally, the goal here is to get shared by third parties. Third parties meaning not yourself, not your friend, someone you do not know that well, that has an audience of people that does not know you that well. Essentially what you're trying to do is introduce them to you and hopefully make them like you. So it's gonna be blogs, curators, different artists and producers to share your music. Those are all great options. And obviously the more the better. All right, the next option, this is a very common one that most people will probably tell you to do, and that is to play shows. Playing shows is a great way to get your music heard by fans that already like your music and new people that may be experiencing your music for the first time and are either falling in love or developing a strong hate boner for you. You don't really know at the time, but you could be gaining a lot of fans from doing shows. A couple things to note about doing shows and trying to gain fans though: you need to make sure they have a microphone or you are performing with a microphone. That way you can tell them who you are. A lot of times when you're playing shows coming up, they're not gonna put your name on the flyer. You essentially will be playing shows for nothing if you're not getting paid. But it is one of the best ways to put people on your music and make them become bigger fans. All right, now here's another great idea. Buying promotion. Hold up, don't kill me, guys. Let me say what I have to say here. So buying promotion is not the same thing as buying plays or botting or anything like that. We don't want to do that. All that is fake engagement. We don't want fake engagement, we want real engagement that'll take us further. Now, buying promotion, this could be as far as buying a repost from someone, paying someone to promote your stuff. You need to heavily vet whoever you get to do this though, because a lot of people that are going around selling real promotion are selling you fake promotion, which is often botted streams or something of the like. There are real promo artists out there and they will help you. They are very difficult to find though, so I would ask your friends if they know anyone. Check around in your local network, you know? Be careful of Fiverr, for instance. That's a very sketchy website for real promotion. Another idea is to chart. This one I put at the end because it's one of the harder ones to actually achieve, but a great way to get a new audience is to chart, because there are people who look at charts and they're looking for new music. If you happen to chart for once, there might be some new people that happen to find you through there, they happen to like your song, and boom, you got some new fans right there. But this is something more for more advanced people. You can't really control charting very early on, so it's not something I would look into right away. Now I'm gonna tell you guys the 5 C's of building a fan base. The first thing you wanna do is be consistent. Uploading consistently lets your fans know there's more on the way, that you're not just one and done. Let them know that you're serious about music or whatever you do. You want your fans to be able to trust your word and your actions. All right, next up we have community. Discord, social media, whatever you want to use. Understand what they use, and you may want to spread to more social medias or whatever your fans use, because you need to be able to get in contact with them. If you can't get in contact with them, then you're not going to have a fan base. So you kind of need to go where they are, essentially. Another option is to build a mailing list. Some people still use email, believe it or not. One great thing about Discord is it has an @everyone feature. So anytime you release a new piece of content, you can get your fans on it right away. And that's one of the key things about releasing content. You want people to be on it right away. That way the algorithms have a heads up that this is good, and it'll keep promoting it. SoundCloud doesn't really have an algorithm though. Next up, we have communication. You're gonna want to communicate with your fans. It doesn't have to be through Discord or whatever, but you need to engage with them. You need to let them know that you're a person and that you care about what they want. All right, next up we got control. Quality control. This part isn't fun, but sadly, treating anything like a business isn't fun, and that's what we have to do here if we want to take it to the next level. You need to be aware of what's good and what's not good. If you put out a piece of content and you can't tell whether it's good or not good, that's not a good sign. You need to be very self-aware. You need to know what your audience likes and what they don't like. That way you can replicate the things that they do like. What an act is usually presenting to you is just their quality content. You aren't seeing everything else that stays on the hard drive or gets deleted, which often can be 80%. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, now this one doesn't start with a C. It starts with a K, which is kind of close. Keep them coming. A fan base is a revolving door. There's constant people entering and leaving. You need to keep people coming in to replace people that are leaving. Let's say this guy's leaving right now because he didn't like something you said 3 weeks ago that he happened to see on Twitter. Let's say this guy's leaving because he's getting shipped overseas or something. You are now down 2 fans, so you better make sure you are bringing in fans at the rate at which you're losing them. This can involve putting out more music, being active on Twitch, other platforms. Hopefully you have more than 2 people coming back in. That's the way you want it. You want to be able to, you want your fan base to be increasing even though people are still leaving constantly. You need to figure out which things are working for you and double down on them. That way you can get as many fans coming in as possible to replace people that are leaving. Here's a few other good notes I have that couldn't really fit in the other sections, so I'll just throw them at you. Diversify your bonds. No wait, diversify your releases. What do I mean by this? Well, instead of just posting on SoundCloud or whatever platform you usually post on, try posting on everything. That doesn't mean prioritize it over the other things you do. Say your fans followed you on SoundCloud originally, they're not always going to be using SoundCloud for their entire lifespan. They may eventually switch to Spotify or something at some point. So you want to make sure your music's on Spotify the second they do that. So in order to make sure that happens, you need to put it up ASAP. So just remember, get your music on all platforms. That way you can keep your fans there. All right, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys learned something. If this helped you at all, make sure to leave a like, comment. I'm curious what you guys think helps build a fan base. Do you think I left anything out? I didn't really want to include specific ideas because that changes. That could change at any moment. Like say I told you how to get on a Spotify playlist. What if Spotify is the new meta in 2 weeks? So I'd rather just give you guys the general ideas of what works and then you can apply them to whatever platform changes happen in the future. I'm your host, WeWereBeats from BassGorilla.com. And I'll see you guys in the next video.